We want to just hit a record. Perfect. Hello and welcome everybody to our program today, Step into Spring. Springtime, the season of renewal. My name is Marlene Atkin. I'm a health coach and a health educator. And today we're just going to talk about springtime. And it's a renewal season for the planet and also how we can use that as a season of renewal for ourselves. So, after the winter, we have daylight savings time, the clocks spring forward, there's longer days and more sunlight. And springtime really is the perfect season for us to refresh, rejuvenate, and renew our health and well-being, just as the planet does for itself. The warmer weather, the longer days, you're encouraged to kind of shake off the winter and refresh not only our homes, but also our mind and body. It's a great time to declutter, to establish new habits that will promote overall wellness. Really a season of fresh air, fresh starts, optimism, and hope. And even when it's raining outside, as it is today, you get a few sunny days that pop into the week, and we can really start to feel that it's just a matter of time before the good weather lets up. It comes in. So, to welcome spring, many of us start with spring cleaning. It's, one of the things that I think a lot of people think about as soon as the weather turns nicer. And the concept of spring cleaning has its roots in many, many different cultures and traditions. One theory is that it actually originated from the Persian New Year, which is celebrated on the first day of spring. And it's also been linked to the Jewish practice of thoroughly cleaning your home before Passover, which is, a holiday that takes place at the onset of springtime. But either way, it's become kind of a tradition. I think a lot of people like to get out of the winter months and you've been kind of holed up and you want to bring in the fresh air and lighten things up and welcome the start of spring. But having a clean environment is also associated with better health in a variety of ways. Having a clean environment can enhance your productivity. I'm going to move my little chat box here because I'm not sure if you guys blocks it. Can enhance your productivity and mental and clarity in several ways. First of all, a clutter-free environment really minimizes the visual distractions that occur and allows you to focus better. In terms of an organized space, the tidy space makes it easier for you to locate items. And that in turn can reduce your stress and save you time during the day. So, again, increasing productivity. It can enhance your mood. Studies have shown that in clean environment, can have a positive impact on your mental well-being by reducing those feelings of stress and anxiety when you're looking around your space and everything's just every which way. And on top of that, healthier air quality and just basically a healthier atmosphere. Regular cleaning and decluttering can reduce the accumulation of dust, of allergens, pollutants in the air. If you've had the house shut up all winter and had your heat running, oftentimes that dry heat can create more dust and so it's really important to, get air flowing and create a healthier indoor environment. So spring cleaning and a clean environment is really linked in so many ways to more mental clarity and just improves your well-being in a variety of ways. So it's not just for neatniks, basically. It's good for everybody. So, and it's interesting when we talk about spring cleaning, sometimes it seems overwhelming. Like, where do we start? How do I even get started? So I have a little checklist here, and folks, I'm sure everybody knows what they like to do with their spring cleaning. But If you want to take a screenshot of this or a photo of this, feel free to. But the concept is you really want to walk through your home and kind of take note of areas where you might need attention, and then create yourself a little schedule, because the worst thing you can do is just tackle everything at once, and then you lose track of time, or it gets away from you, and then you've created more of a mess. So by breaking down your projects into smaller tasks, spread over time, getting the family involved is also a great thing, but that can make it seem less overwhelming. So then you kind of want to gather your supplies, have everything on hand that's going to streamline the cleaning process. And always decluttering before you start cleaning, getting rid of things you don't need. And this is really a tough one for folks. And again, what we own ends up owning us in so many ways. So there's, this big movement towards minimalism, and it's just because I think sometimes we feel overwhelmed by the things that we have in our life. Our things start to feel overwhelming to us. So, if you've ever heard of Marie Kondo, she's a organizational guru who wrote a book, and basically the idea is you kind of look at everything that is around you in your home, whether it's your clothing or your kitchen supplies or whatever it is, and the thought is, does it bring me joy? Because realistically, the things that we have do have an effect on our psyche in certain ways. If you have, something that you're tripping over every single day, but you have no place for it, but maybe you're going to use it in 5 years, but every day you have a negative reaction to that. Those little negative things that you have a reaction to tend to build up over time. They're like little microaggressions in ways. So decluttering is a really, really big thing for folks, and it can be very, very freeing, but it can also be triggering for people, if you have emotional connections to things. So it's not easy to do, but when you do get to that place where you can declutter, and there are a few ways to think about it. If you have things that are useful but no longer useful to you, the idea of moving that on so that somebody else maybe can find some joy in it or some use in it. That is a positive for two people. So double positive, there's great. Um, if you clean out your space, you make more room for the things that are really important for you, and they tend to take more of a center stage. So that can increase your joy on a day-to-day basis. And there we really, particularly around clothing, research has found that people typically wear about 20% of their clothing regularly. And I know I'm guilty of this. But the other 80% is often unworn or really worn. So decluttering and organizing even just your clothing items really can help streamline your daily routine, because you wake up and instead of like, having all these things you're looking at, you really have the things that work for you front and center. And it's become such a really popular idea around the connection between clutter and anxiety and stress and mental health. A ton of blogs out there about it, and programs that can help you declutter. There's television shows about it and books about it and everything else. But it's a really wonderful way to just kind of lighten everything up. Lighten your life up in a way. So you're going to start your cleaning. You always want to start with that decluttering as best as you can, and then some basic helpful hints is you do kind of one room, one closet, one drawer, whatever your time is at a time. Another interesting concept. I mean, we've all probably been cleaning all our lives different things, but I once worked in a retail establishment, and they had a somebody come in who talked about maximizing your potential, whatever, and one of the things they talked about was how you clean the retail store. And, it's like, well, you always start at the top because when you start dusting or doing whatever, it's going to fall down. So, you don't want to be redoing. And it seemed like such a simple concept, but made me stop and think, well, do I do that or do I dust surfaces first and then worry about the walls? So, just little helpful tips. Clean from the top to the bottom. If you do try to declutter, but you're really torn, you're not sure about an item, a little trick that I had heard once was that you take a box, just a simple box, and put those items in that box and put it away, attic, garage, someplace for a month or so. And it's kind of your think about it box, and you put it there, and after a month or so, you kind of think to yourself, well, gosh, I could have used this or I didn't use it. It helps you with that, just to really understand whether you really missed something. And then really thinking about how good it feels to give somebody something that they potentially need. This is also a really great time to not only clean surfaces and declutter, but also go through things like your refrigerator. And look for things that are expired, food things in jars that are expired. So clearing that out, and if you're like me, under your sink or your bathroom, all the products that we bring in. Sometimes those products do have expirations. And even things like sunscreen, we're coming into longer days. The sun's going to get a little stronger. We've been hidden all winter from the sun, so we're going to be a little reactive to it. So make sure that you have your fresh sunscreens on hand as well. So, that's kind of a start for spring cleaning. And then, one of the other things that we like to talk about is really using eco-friendly cleaning products, because the last thing you really want to do is to be cleaning with things that actually don't help your health. So I've got a recipe up here for a homemade all-purpose cleaner. This actually works great around the house for all your surfaces. But using eco-friendly products offers a number of benefits for both your health and for the environment. You reduce your exposure to harmful chemicals. It's safer for you, for your family, for your pets. It can really reduce the risk of respiratory problems. There's studies that find that people who work with a lot of industrial cleaners can have a higher risk of respiratory illnesses because you are breathing in all of that. Um, Skin irritations are another thing with products that are very toxic or strong. So there's a lot of health issues associated with exposure to high chemical cleaners. And many of the cleaning supplies that we buy for ourselves aren't really that good for the environment or for our family members. So there are a lot of companies that are out there making, eco products or green products. These logos that I have here, I'm going to actually reduce that chat box. I don't know if you can see it, but if you see on a product the Safer Choice logo or Made Safe logo, those have been third party identified as really being eco-friendly. So you want to look for those logos. And then just again, using your household items, safe things that you know are safe to make your own cleaning supplies, things like vinegar, baking soda, salt. There are a lot of recipes that you can find online, as well as this one here, that are really helpful. Eco products are biodegradable, they're non-toxic, so they break down, they have a minimal impact on the environment. So lots of ways to clean cleaner, I guess would be the way to say that. And looking for these products. And again, while we're cleaning out, look at some of the products that you have stored way under the sink or in the back of the house. And if there are things that are toxic, you might want to get rid of those and safely. Sometimes you can bring them to your local dump or wherever, and they have safe. You don't want to just be pouring them down the drain. Safe way to get rid of some of those toxic products. So this is our home. We're cleaning our home, we're lightening up, we're decluttering, and getting it renewed. Another area where the springtime is a great time to refresh and renew is when it comes to our fitness. Um, Although many of us think of January 1st, we make our resolutions as the time when we commit to our fitness goals. I've been a personal trainer for many, many years, and I can tell you spring, particularly in the Northeast, is really the time when I see more and more people coming in. It's really the ideal time to commit to your fitness goals. You are experiencing warmer weather, the promise of summer's coming, longer days. It's easier to um, find the time sometimes to fit it in. And, the winter months, it's cold, it's hard to get motivated. You're craving those comfort foods. We're biologically um, kind of in tune to crave those things. So, spring is a great time to step into fitness. As well. And the benefits of regular exercise for physical and mental health really can't be overstated. It offers benefits not only for your body, but also for your mind. You're beyond strengthening your muscles and improving your cardiovascular health. It can also boost your mood and enhance your overall well being. Regular exercise also reduces your risk of chronic diseases such as heart disease, diabetes, certain cancers. It can promote better sleep, increase your energy levels, making it easier to tackle your daily tasks. It really is a magic pill. So when you get started, how do you get started? You want to make sure you're using SMART goals. So SMART goals basically mean that they're specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time bound. So, a SMART goal specific, I will work out 2 days per week at a gym, or I will do strengthening 2 days per week. That's specific. Measurable, you want to, keep track so that you know that you're getting it done. Attainable, you don't go from 0 to hero. It's not like I'm going to run a marathon in 3 weeks. You have to, small steps, and realistic along that same lines. And then time bound, giving yourself a schedule and a calendar that you're using. And then the other thing is choosing suitable activities. And when I say this, a lot of times as a trainer, people will be like, oh, what's the best exercise I can do? And honestly, it's something that you like doing, because if you look at your exercise as something that is, a punishment or whatever, the likelihood of you getting it done is not going to work, So something that you like to do. And there are a lot of we call them neat non-exercise activities that are really beneficial for your health as well. Things with the course of your day, taking extra steps, cleaning the house up and down stairs, things like that. Those, just getting more active in general, is also helpful. Simply walking. I mean, being able to get outside and walk is so good for you. It's a great steady state cardio, improvements in bone density and heart health and weight management. Just very easy. All you need is a good pair of shoes and you can get out and walk. And in the springtime, reconnecting with nature as you walk is like a double boost. Working out outside, hiking, biking, gardening, and that added benefit of reconnecting with nature and the fresh air. So, fitness, hugely important. And, then a lot of people are like, well, how much should I be doing? Really, what is the magic pill? What's the magical prescription? And in terms of fitness guidelines, the bare number where they start to really see benefits in your health and well-being is about 150 minutes per week of moderate intensity activity. So that would be biking, swimming, light jogging, fast walking, whatever. 30 minutes a day. Or the nice thing about that kind of activity is you can break that down as long as you're getting at least 10 minutes at a time to get your heart rate up. So if that could be 30 minutes a day, or it could be 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes in the evening, just getting outside, getting the family involved in this is a great way to reconnect with your family members at the end of the day. It's staying daylight now till 6:30, 7 o'clock. So a nice little 15-minute walk after dinner or something. So 150 minutes a week of that moderate intensity. And think about moderate intensity as you want your heart rate to get up a little bit on a scale of 1 to 10, working around a 6, 7. Or if you wear a heart rate monitor, about 60 to 70% of your maximum heart rate. That's where we want to be. And then equally important is some muscle strengthening activities, 2 times per week of that. So whether that's the gym, lifting weights, doing that at home, doing Pilates, which can be muscle strengthening, doing body weight workouts, muscle strengthening activities, really important. for you as well. And then down the bottom of this here, I left a little bit of a website that you can go to. If you are out walking and walking with groups, another way to have a goal and increase your walking. There's a lot of like charity runs and charity walks that you can do, and they start in the springtime. So if you want to take a snapshot of this, runguides.com, wherever you happen to be, Massachusetts, New England, whatever, it'll give you a complete list. And they're not just runs, they're charity walks, they're 5Ks, 10Ks, whatever, or just different charity walks. So, committing to that is a great thing. And then that's a goal that you have that will get you out every day walking and moving. So hopefully you can use that. So that's our fitness end. We've refreshed our home. We're refreshing our commitment to our fitness, and nutrition goes hand in hand with that fitness. The abs are made in the kitchen, as they say. And fortunately for us, spring is a wonderful time. Because it offers such a variety of fruits and vegetables that are really healthy and offer numerous health benefits. Fruits and vegetables in season, you have the maximum nutrient density when you're eating in season. I know, in the world we live in, you can get pretty much anything all year long, but blueberries in the middle of the winter are going to taste different than blueberries at the end of the summer, and by all different fruits and vegetables. So farmers markets are a great place to go to see what's being grown then, and you're really hitting it at its maximum nutrient density. That assures that you're getting the biggest bang for your buck in terms of essential nutrients, vitamins, minerals, antioxidants. And these nutrients really support overall health, well-being. They enhance immune function, skin health, heart health. So, that's where you want to be. So in terms of our spring vegetables, asparagus, of course, is out now, usually runs from about April to June. Spinach thrives in cooler temperature. It's a staple in salads, soups, sautés, usually available March to May. Snap peas and English peas, abundant in the springtime. They're sweet, crisp. They're perfect for adding to salads and stir fries. Radishes, they mature in cool spring weather, April to June. Peppery crunch for salads and sandwiches. Different types of lettuces, including butterhead and romaine and leaf lettuce, thrive in the spring. Great for salads and sandwiches. Scallions, nice mild onion that you can add to salads, stir fries, use as a garnish. Fiddleheads, these are a unique kind of vegetable if you haven't heard of them. They're coiled shoots of a young fern that you forage in the wild, and it has a very brief season in the spring and pretty much typical to the Northeast. Where they grow. Rhubarb is another interesting vegetable. While it's uh, often used in like sweet dishes mixed with crisps and jams, and pairs really well with strawberries. So those are just a few examples of the vegetables that you can get that you might want to start incorporating into your spring season. The winter, we have a lot of our heavier, starchier vegetables. And so as we move into spring, even Mother Nature starts to lighten up her bounty. So, you're getting them at peak freshness when you eat in season. These vegetables and fruits, again, lower in calories and high in fiber, helps promote feelings of fullness and satiety. Many of the spring vegetables also have a higher water content. And as we move into warmer weather, hydration is a really important thing. A lot of times our thirst mechanism kind of goes on vacation, sometimes when it's not too hot outside, and we really need to be increasing and focusing on hydration. The fiber content in these helps with digestive health. So, maintaining regularity and maintaining a very healthy gut microbiome, and disease prevention, of course. It's all of these fruits and vegetables help to protect our cells against the oxidation and the damage caused by free radicals. So really important to, increase our fruit and vegetable intake, which, for many of us, 5 to 7 servings a day is what's recommended. I think a lot of Americans are not getting that. 7 to 9 is even better if you can. So committing to that. So we talked about those fiddleheads. I've got a couple recipes here. So again, if you want to do a screenshot or take a photo, if you've never tried fiddleheads, in the spirit of renewal, trying new foods is always fun. And here's a basic recipe that you can try. Again, those fiddleheads are a type of fern, the shoot of a fern, and it's really grown in northeastern US and parts of Canada. They're only available in the spring. And people say they are described as a combination of like an asparagus, a spinach, and a nutty flavor. So they're called fiddleheads because of that coily shape, which resembles the head of a fiddle or a violin. So if you're interested in trying something new, a very basic recipe, and again, you could do this garlic, olive oil, salt, pepper, seasoning with a lot of different green vegetables. But if you have an opportunity and you see these in the grocery and you want to try them, you just want to, trim the ends and rinse them and then give those a try. So there's a recipe for fiddleheads if you're willing to try something new. And then we also have the strawberry and arugula salad with mint. It's a great time to be growing your herbs. We can grow herbs pretty much year round, but mint is a great herb. This salad, you have the strawberries, which packed with vitamin C and fiber and antioxidants, help support your immune function, really good for your skin, can help reduce inflammation. Mint is known for a very refreshing flavor and its medicinal properties. It contains antioxidants and menthol can help soothe indigestion and relieve symptoms of irritable bowel syndrome. Mint also has antibacterial properties, can improve your oral health by freshening your breath, reducing bacteria. And arugula, great green that has vitamin A, C, K, folate, calcium, magnesium, helps with bone health, immune function, and even can promote healthy vision. So this salad is delicious and hits a lot of areas of nutrition as well. So there's another recipe if you can grab a screenshot or a photo. So, in conclusion, we're here embracing the spring season. It really is a season and an opportunity for us to do some clearing out and decluttering and renewing and refreshing of both our mind, body, and spirit. In terms of our physical renewal, spring gives us an opportunity to revitalize our bodies after those cold winter months. Longer daylight, milder weather, easier to get outside. And whenever you can get outside, reconnecting with nature is such a boost for us physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. So, the thing about exercise and is that it's really a renewable resource. The more you do, the more energy you get, better sleep you have, which helps you with energy. So it's just a great cycle of well-being. In terms of emotional rejuvenation, spring symbolizes new beginnings and growth and provides us an opportunity to really let go of negativity or stale energy and set new intentions, embracing positive change, cultivating gratitude for the beauty and the abundance of the season. And that can help us foster feelings of joy and feelings of optimism. A mental refreshment, it brings a sense of renewal that can positively impact your mental health. Again, spending that time outdoors can help reduce stress, alleviate anxiety, improve your mood. It's also a great time to start or continue with a mindfulness practice or mindfulness and meditation practices that help to cultivate inner peace and clarity. It's a nutritional renewal. Spring brings that abundance of fresh seasonal fruits and vegetables to nourish our bodies and a spiritual growth. It offers us the opportunity for spiritual growth and self-discovery. Just as nature awakes from the winter slumber, so too we can awake from and awake and have new possibilities and potential within ourselves, whether it's our fitness goals or spiritual goals or nutritional goals. It's the perfect season to deepen your connection with yourself and others. So that is the end of our presentation, but I'm gonna pop up that chat box here. I thank you all for joining, but I'm going to pop up a chat box here, and I have a few minutes if we want to stop recording, but I can stay on so that if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them, or comments regarding the program today. I would love to hear them.